And here to talk about what happens when you get struck by lightning is Dr. James Ireland from the John A. Burns School of Medicine. So, doctor, what happens physically to a person's body if they're struck by lightning or close enough or touching an object that is hit?
Well, first of all, obviously, severe injuries from the electricity can happen, and that can be fatal, unfortunately, in 10 to 30% of people. So I'm really happy to hear it sounds like these three folks are hopefully going to recover and make a full recovery. But you can get burns as well as disruption of the body's electrical system, which can cause seizures and even heart dysrhythmias or irregular heartbeat, which can even stop the heart.
So I'm assuming it's going to be a different degree for each person and depending on the lightning strike.
Yes, and depending on it, obviously a direct strike is much more severe than an indirect strike, or if you're touching something and the electricity comes into you through another object, but all varying degrees of just minor injuries to, again, fatal.
So if a person is hit by lightning, what should they do after the fact, or what should anyone around them and seeing the incident do to help?
Well, first of all, people who want to be rescuers need to make sure the scene is safe and they themselves are not going to get hurt. But if someone has stopped breathing or has lost their pulse because of a lightning strike, because of the disruption of the heart, CPR, rescue breathing, and if an AED is available, that can be used to restart the heart. Obviously, you want to call 911 as soon as possible and get the first responders, fire and EMS to the scene to take over the care.
Now, you mentioned making sure that you yourself are safe before you help others. How would you do that in an incident like a lightning strike?
Well, for instance, there can be collateral damage. Maybe if it hits a tree and the tree falls, if it hits a power line and that falls, or creates any danger in the immediate area. Also, if there's multiple strikes, you don't want to get struck yourself. But obviously, generally, people want to help others, especially in need, and want to rush right in to do whatever they can to save the person. But again, they have to make sure that they don't get hurt as well.
Can there be long-term effects if you get hit by lightning?
Absolutely, and unfortunately, many people who do get struck by lightning who survive do have some type of long-term sequelae or injury. It can be pain, seizure disorders, or other problems, including burns.
And you were saying 10% don't survive from a lightning strike?
You know, amazingly, first of all, this in Hawaii is very, very rare, and I don't even remember hearing of another case previously. But in the mainland, it's unfortunately very common when they have these summer tropical kind of storms. And up to about 50 people a year in the mainland are killed by lightning strikes. So unfortunately, up to 10, even 30% of people hit by lightning can die.
Wow, and we talk about how rare it is, and to see 3 people here on Oahu struck by lightning yesterday, I mean, pretty remarkable in that sense.
Yeah, and again, I'm glad, it sounds
Yeah,
like they're going to be okay and it wasn't more serious.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in the studio. Bridget, I'll send it back to you.